Tune in, turn up, it's time to go. Deep talks and a crazy show. It's Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing A-okay. It's Sunday night. Actually, it's Monday, technically, but it's Sunday night. We're about to kick it back, enjoy some good cartoons. You know how it is on Sunday nights. I call it the last call. It's after midnight. You got one more show, maybe another one in the bag, in the bed with the, but this is the last call. We're just gonna, set the mood for the week. And I don't know if this is the right show for that, but we're going to make it anyway because I just saw it and I said, I just want to talk about it. I got a lot to talk about the show. I really like the show. I shouldn't really like the show, but I kind of, we'll talk about it. It's Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century, Season 2, Episode number 22. Is that what I loaded? Sorry, guys. No. Okay, sorry. Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century, Season 2, Episode 5. My mistake. So many 22s. All right, here we go. Let's start the episode. It's called The Adventures of the Six Napoleons. I wonder what's going to happen. I'm going to find out. You're going to find out. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century. I'm not sure if the intro is going to play, but right now I see the skyline, and there's a car coming with a light. There we go. What a cool CG. Reminds me of Batman Beyond. Now, who made this? I'm thinking Fox. Yeah, 22nd Century. Is that supposed to be the joke, right? 20th Century Fox. This is 22nd Century. Now, this show, the reason I picked the show, the reason I looked at the show, first off and foremost, is this is the last call. This is the last call on Saturday mornings. When you tune in on Fox Kids. Not Foxbox, you know what? Foxbox and Fox Kids, believe it or not, actually played this and Captain Planet. I'll never forget it. I don't know if it was meant to be part of Foxbox, but immediately after Foxbox and the 4 Kids block played, like the entire thing, this played. This or Captain Planet. But more often than, not, it was this. It was Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century, motherfucker. So what I'm saying is you got the last call. You're going to watch Saturday morning cartoons. You're going to finish your bowl of cereal. It's literally warm. You got the crumbs in there. Take your last slurp. You're getting ready to go outside. Getting ready to do something. Go out with the family. Go to a nice buffet for the evening, right? And they say, you know what? Do you got room for one more? And I say, yeah, I do have fucking room for one more. Let's do it. So they slap you in the face with Sherlock Holmes. A good show like this. I never used to like the show. The reason I only watched it is because I didn't want to go fucking study. I didn't want to go upstairs and see my parents, and they would redirect me into a different direction. I want to go outside. No, son, you're going to sit and study. So I was like, I think I'll sit downstairs and watch another cartoon. Yeah, cartoons are still on, by the way. So this show would play. And yeah, it's the last call savior, like I say. So Sunday night, appropriate to have an episode of Sherlock Holmes. I only know, the only things I know about the show after watching it, you watch it. I didn't pay attention, but I used to see it and watch it while it would play. I'd sit on the sofa. But the show, you got Sherlock Holmes, right? He's the badass guy. That's the guy right there. Then you've got Watson. But Watson is some kind of an android bot, or he has an arm. I don't remember. We're going to take a look. Okay, yeah, there you go. He's got an android bot arm. Looks like Jack Black a little bit. Honestly, Jack Black would be a perfect Watson. Think about a movie with Jack Black as Watson. Who would play this character? Who would play Sherlock Holmes in this format in the 22nd century? Well, if you're going to pair it with Jack Black, it has to be Ryan Reynolds, right? Am I right? Ryan Reynolds. That guy played Deadpool. I don't see why not. I don't see why they couldn't make like they tried to do Robert Downey Jr. Here's the thing. No hate, disrespect with Robert Downey Jr. The guy is a master at his craft. But I didn't really, Dr. Dolittle wasn't really my thing. And same with Sherlock Holmes, his rendition of it. I don't know. I thought it was okay. Like, I won't give it that. I thought it was okay. But you know what? Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, fucking tell you something, it's way better. Way better. If you're gonna go on an island and you're gonna need a cartoon, you're gonna bring this cartoon. Because you're gonna want to fucking kill yourself early, right? No, I'm just joking. You guys want to live a long life. You guys want to make sure you watch lots of cartoons and enjoy life. Go outside, play with the bees. Do you know who did this? Okay, the animation. Now that I'm watching this, it's a very square format. It's not in any kind of widescreen format. So this is old school. This is using old school stencils and cells, which is cool. I mean, if they would have made this show, which they did, and then they would have came out with a movie like a Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, the movie, the animated series movie, something to seal it, something to just kind of give it that final respect. Any show that's gonna live for the ages, you give it a little movie. Like, I'm surprised they didn't make a movie for The Tick. That's my baby. That's my sucker right there. I don't know why they didn't have a movie for that guy. They have one for Batman. They have, of course, for Batman. They have Spider-Man. But make a movie. Why not? If you're passionate about the characters. But obviously, you need fillers. And this is obviously a filler show. This is a show meant to plug a time slot in between infomercials. Think about it. In the morning, before you watch cartoons, what's playing on TV? Infomercials. Or advertisements for medication. Or some kind of product. So, but and right after, what's the next thing that plays in the afternoon? It's usually the stuff for the older folk. It's their music, all the old TV memorabilia they put on DVD. This 20 series set for you for 35 installments, right? That's what's in between. So cartoons are just there to fill up for the kids in the morning. Now that they're gone, it's just more infomercials on those channels. Those channels are done. Think about it. You go on the internet, you're not watching Saturday morning cartoons anymore. You got Saturday morning cartoons 24/7. It's not special anymore. It doesn't mean anything. But what I'm thinking is, cartoons did mean something. They did used to have an impact on your morality. Because if you wake up Saturday morning and you're getting that dose, and you got your cereal and you got your snacks, and you're filling your mind with all those colorful cells moving around, giving you joy, giving you laughter, giving you some emotion. Sometimes it can get dark. Sometimes it can get sad. It can get deep. These cartoons were there for a reason, and I feel today we take them for granted. We watch things on, channels like YouTube, and some, Netflix. Not saying everything's bad, because there's a lot of new stuff that's coming out. You think about Adult Swim, they do a lot of new stuff as well, but it's just the way it's watched. I feel it's just like when you prepare a really nice meal, you put it on the table and then you just gobble it up. That's what it's like today. You're not really enjoying it bit by bit, piece by piece, expecting the next course, the next week, next episode. It's more of a binge, overwhelming binge. Yeah. Look at that shot. Oh, the guy in the back looks like the bad guy from Biker Mice from Mars. The guy with the purple suit, almost. Just put them side by side. Those orbs. So this show would have been made by Fox. It would have been their little... This came out for sure in the 90s. I'm thinking 98. This feels like a 1998. I could be wrong. Guys, like I said, the reason I picked it, the reason I was lucky to get this show, I really wanted this show only for the nostalgia feel. It's a show that I'm not gonna like. The episodes, they solve the crimes. I remember they go through a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cool Moriarty stuff like that. I remember, but overall, this show, if you were lucky, you weren't gonna follow. It was very hard to follow the show on Saturday mornings because it didn't always play after. You'd say 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock. This would normally play. And sometimes it didn't play. I would actually wait sometimes because the previous week, like I said, Captain Planet would play. And I'd be like, oh man, I didn't set up my VCR. I would have recorded, and I really would have, just for the feel. It's like, hey, Captain Planet, I haven't seen that since 1995. Imagine seeing that in 2003, 2004. you're watching cartoons, then you see Captain Planet, and you go, hey, it's been 8 years since we saw that on TV. And just bring that up out of nowhere. You know, another time I can think about that? ABC showed Bump in the Night. This would have been back in, maybe, when did Lizzie McGuire play? 2000, 2001? Anyways, when that show played, I remember picking up the TV guide, list of shows, times, and all that. And I remember just stumbling across YTV and just finding Bump in the Night on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. It was either at 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. I don't remember, but I remember seeing that and just freaking out, going, "Are you serious? Is this a joke?" I remember highlighting it, getting so hyped about it to the point that at school we had a school project, and everybody was doing these serious projects about history and science and all this. And I decided to do my school project on Bump in the Night, just the history of Bump in the Night, the characters and all this stuff. Rob Paulson, Mr. Bumpy, the fact that he eats socks, Destructo 2, all these characters. It just brings back a lot of good memories. And watching them here with you guys today, hope you guys are feeling the same way. Hope you guys are doing good out there in the world. If you guys have the chance to get some of these shows, get them now. Start watching them. Start getting a little inventory collection going. I mean, you can get them cheap on Amazon. Like I said, go to Amazon and take a look at all the different shows you can get on there and find them when they're on sale, Boxing Day, all that stuff, for Black Friday or any holiday. They always have deals going on. And just watch the shows. Get your favorites. That's what I say. Get your favorites first, and then if you can find, what was the show? Bump in the Night's like $15, $10-15. Pick it up, watch the whole series. It's worth it. I think it's worth it. If you guys are gonna have kids, you have kids, and you want to show your friends or whatever, it's a good show. It's really It's a classic in my books. And this show too, you think about it back then, you take it for granted. You would have seen this show. Think about it after watching Ninja Turtles, Kirby right back at you. All these fantastic Digimon, Pokemon, all these shows, and then this show comes on. You go, okay, it's cool, but it's still kind of lame. I mean, it's Sherlock Holmes. He's a cool character, but he's not that cool where I want to watch him in a cartoon. Maybe in the 1960s I would have seen this guy in a cartoon, with Rocky and Bullwinkle. But to make him into an anime, it feels like making a Benjamin Franklin anime or a Washington, George Washington anime about the history of the U.S. or maybe a history of some kind of. It just feels out of place, but at the same time, now today I look at it and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, and I took it for granted. This show had so few episodes, so you can't go too hard on it. It had 2 seasons. It did what it was meant to do. I'm sure every single person that's ever watched Saturday morning cartoons, I would say 90% of people that have watched Saturday morning cartoons at one point or another in their lives would have stumbled across this show. So without a doubt, this show would have been seen by many of you. And if that's the case, give a big shout out, give a big like, subscribe, hit the comment, and watch this show. This show is pretty dope. Now I'm thinking, Sherlock Holmes look like a view like that. You think of Detective Conan, motherfucker. Detective Conan walks in there with his flashlight like that. So, bitch. There we go. Okay. The music's good. That music reminds me of TMNT. You wonder if they use. I'm just trying to listen to the voice actor for a sec. Okay, sounds like an early Fox Kids voice actor. He definitely sounds like a Fox Kids actor. Voice actor, I should say. And same thing with the music. The music just feels like something straight out of X-Men animated series or the TMNT 2003. Or 2003, right? Yeah. That's crazy, eh? 2003? That was 17 years ago. No, going on, 18 years ago. I got to be honest with you guys. If you guys out there are feeling the same way like me, and it feels like it was yesterday you guys were watching these shows, if you would have recorded any of these shows like myself, I recorded quite a few. Because at the time, here's the thing. At the time when I was recording these shows, I was doing a lot of traveling on the weekend, and I couldn't really watch Saturday morning cartoons. And the times that I could, I didn't know if I was going to have to leave or not, so I would just record my favorite shows, and most of the time it was TMNT. And on occasion, I would record, specials of other shows, or like when Sonic first came out, I recorded that. I thought it was so cool. I missed the first episode, so I waited. They came out with the first episode maybe the third week or the fourth week after it came out. They replayed the first episode, and I said, okay, here's my chance. So I recorded it, and then I thought I was going to get into Sonic, and then I never did. Then maybe an episode of Cubics and whatnot. But I'm curious to see. Like I said, I got a bunch of VHS tapes. We're going to go through them. Check out the commercials on YouTube. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to make it look as nice as I can, as presentable as I can, to preserve them. And at the same time, there's just so many to go through, and with all the recording to be done, and the filtering, and going through hundreds of tapes, it just takes time. Time is really a fucking commodity, isn't it? So if you guys don't mind, listen, I'm building the website. Like I said, I'm going to be putting it up. I'm going to see what kind of format I'm going to use, and we'll go up from there. And check out the podcast on the website or any platform, and everything's going to be on the website. So if you have if you guys don't know where to go and look for stuff, just go to the website. Everything will be there. If ever I'm referring to anything, whatever kind of pictures or music or video, it's all going to be on the website. It's all going to be centralized right there. Because as of now, I haven't been putting much of the podcast on YouTube, which is something that I'm going to do eventually. It's just, I want to make it look nice. The thing is, once you put something on YouTube, it's really hard to change it. You can't just take it off. And once you have your views, you established it. It sucks to take it down, put it back up. So I'm trying to pace myself by putting everything up on a nice, quality matter. Put everything up in it with a lot of quality, a lot of effort. And with all the different social medias out there, it's a lot. It's tough. It's actually tough to keep everything together. Did you guys? I'm just wondering. Did you guys ever used to get sucked into these stories? Because I'm watching right now. I mean, I know I'm talking and all. It's hard to focus, right? And look, like I said, the show is meant to be a motivational show. I'm watching these old episodes to reflect. While I watch them, it sparks memories. It sparks ideas, and I just share them right away. As soon as I think about them, I share them. Spend all this time. You're only going to watch these shows maybe once again in your lifetime. So when I watch it, I want to give a little bit of my perspective, a little bit of what I'm thinking about and what I'm going through, and just the memories. And at some point, who knows, maybe when you're 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, that you can give this to your grandkids, and then when they watch the episodes, or your friends, or other people, when they watch the episode, for example, right now everybody's in lockdown, can't really watch or hang out together. I just want, record an episode and watch the episode and send it to your friends. Say, hey, check this out. I'm talking in front of it, and let me know what you think. Let me know what your perspective is. And do the same for me. We can chat online. We can have some comments. I'm thinking of doing a live stream where while I'm watching the episode, I want to find a way where we can actually view the episode. Maybe without volume, if there's a way, just have the picture. Even if the picture just flashes every 5 seconds or so. But I want to incorporate the viewers. I want to have some comments. I want to have people asking questions about the show, giving their opinions. It's gonna be fun. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. More importantly, I've always wanted to have like a radio channel, a channel where I can just sit down in my basement and you're just going through the old tapes. You're watching all these shows, reminiscing, giving your feedback, your opinion, and hopefully there's some people out there that like it and want to share theirs, and the more the merrier. So I'm looking forward to making more episodes. Sherlock Holmes is definitely inspiring me. The thing is with these cartoons, you know what's going to happen at the end. You're just putting it on in the background. I don't know. Myself personally, I did try to watch as much of the block, from 8 a.m. until 11:30. I did my best. The only reason is because, like I said, my parents would force me to go study or do something I didn't want to do. So I'd force my way into and even change the channel and go to YTV. And if they had a movie on in the afternoon, I'd try to sneak in a movie until like 4 or 5 o'clock. And then by then they'd say, okay, you're done. You're done watching TV. Go study. Go do something else. But anyways, fun times. Just good memories. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have some good memories too. You know, watching cartoons with your brothers or sisters, your friends. You wake up, play some video games, stay up late. You got your cards. You bring over your controller. Yeah, it's just good times. The simple times, am I right? Just the simpler times. You could just go back, rewind. Who wouldn't? I would, I tell you. The episode's about to end here. It was about 19 minutes. We've got Biker Mice Boss here talking. And Sherlock, actually, look at that. Sherlock Holmes and Watson have their cloaks on. They look pretty badass here. I mean, the anime look is kind of growing on me. But at the same time, when I hear Sherlock Holmes and Watson, I don't think anime at all. I think live action theater. So, all right, that was it. That was the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. Would have played on Fox Kids. Would have played on Fox Box. Definitely on Fox. It's a Fox family special. They always had, like in my opinion, if you had to vote, and you had to vote on your favorite Saturday morning block, from ABC, YTV in Canada, and Nickelodeon. I don't know if they really count, but if they did at some point have, like Rugrats was on on Saturday mornings and whatnot. So let's say Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, YTV, Teletoon, Fox Box, Fox Kids, 4Kids, you name it. The whole gang, one Saturday morning, ABC, Kids, all that stuff. If you had to vote, what's your number one? And I'm trying to think, if I really had to put it down to like, listen, you're going to be watching these blocks for a long time, I think I'd have to go Fox Kids. It's really hard for me, that or YTV. Just the sheer fact that YTV has been around for so long. But same with YTV, you've got Brainwash. They've been around for maybe 2-3 years. Then you've got Vortex. Then you've got Is it Bionics? I don't remember. There's a few other ones, and they all had their own shows. Jackie Chan Adventures and whatnot, things like that. But for me, it's definitely Fox Kids. I think, just think about it. I like right off the top of my head, I haven't even looked. Like Digimon. Okay, just Digimon alone. There's so many Digimon episodes. Pokemon. Pokemon was on there. Think about it. Kids WB was part of Fox Kids. Pokemon was on that. You had The Tick. The Tick. It's, the one show I really didn't like was Bill Nye the Science Guy. You had The Avengers. The Avengers was like a fillerish show. Still decent, right? Still a good show. You had Los Luchadores. You guys remember Los Luchadores? Played wrestler, live action. Pretty cool show. Big Guy and Rusty. I just think Fox Kids, with the amount of surprises they had, the bumpers they had, just the rarity. Think about the rarity. Like, out of all the tapes I've been able to find, I think I only have 2, maybe 2.5. When I say 2.5, I mean like 30 minutes a piece, and not very much of it. I'll say that much. Like, I have one video that has Pokemon with Kids WB, but it's also with Fox Kids, and at the same time I have Digimon on Fox Kids. Now that's a classic, right? And I also have The Tick on Fox Kids. So on there's some pretty cool promos and commercials and specials, discussing the future shows. So it's exciting, guys. A lot of stuff to share. Check out the website when it comes out. Check out social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff for news and info. And I think we'll leave it at that. We got so many episodes, guys. We got so many episodes to do and cover every day. I'm going to try and do as many as I can every day. If not, it's just tough to fit it in with the schedule with all the pictures and all the videos and all that. So with that being said, take it easy, everybody. Have a good night. Go to sleep. It's late. It's Sunday. It's Monday tomorrow. We got to be ready. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your favorite platforms. Check out YouTube for retro content. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and visit toonalong.com for more info. Support us on Patreon, and we'll catch you next time.
Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.